Hello and welcome to Mastermind Academics. In today's video, I'm going to take you through BSG, the so-called business strategy game. But before that, as usual, Mastermind Academics, we have some good news for you because we are offering tutoring services. So if you need help in BSG game or any related simulation, text us on the email on the description of the video or on the WhatsApp number. Thank you. So first things first, our company, we are company E, and the E company, which is company number 4, you can see that we have an IE score of 67, and maybe the overall is 67. The first company has 116, but now remember that we are still in the practice round, so we need to improve so that when we start the official decisions, we shall get better. So I'm going to take you through to the decisions, and there are the decision part. And here, for today's video, just going to talk about the compensation and training part, or the compensation and training department. But before that, we need to go through the CCE report, or the comparative competitive efforts. So we are starting with the first market, or the first whereby you have the North America, and here you can see that our SQ rating is 4.0. We are company E, so it's 4.0, and we have a market share of 14.2%. For the next market, which is Europe Africa, our SQ rating is 4.0 again, and we have a market share of 14.1%. When you go to the next, which is Asia Pacific, you can see that our SQ rating is not bad at 3.9, and we also have a market share of 14.1%. To the next, Latin America, also our SQ rating is 3.9, and you have 14.1% as our market share. We are still in year 11, which is still in the practice rounds, so I'm just going to take you through these compensation and training department. So for the compensation and training department, we have these facilities, which is the North America, Europe Africa, Asia Pacific, and then we have the Latin America facility. So we need to make decisions for all these facilities that we have, and you can see that we have the base wages, the incentive pay, the fringe benefits, all those here, maybe for the last round of the ones that used in the last round. So in case we make any decisions, that's just the base wage, so you shouldn't go lower than that. So for the compensation and training for the North American facility, we opt to use 1%. And if we use 1%, you can see that we'll be having 34,683. But the minimum wage, which is now the base wage, was 34,340. For the Europe Africa, you can see that the minimum wage is 20,604. So we're just going to, it's not yet actually open at the moment, so we shall just leave it like that. Next, for the Asia Pacific, only two facilities are open, the North America and the Asia Pacific. We're also going to use 1% change, and the minimum wage was 12,120, and for this round it will be 12,241. For the Latin America facility, it's not yet open at the moment. Next is the incentive pay, and for the incentive pay, we don't need to issue any incentive, because maybe if we issue incentives, or maybe the incentives have no any returns to the investment, so there is no need to issue incentives at the moment. So we shall just give it a 0%, and the minimum wage, this should be 1%, and then this should be 0.00 for the incentive pay. So the incentive pay for the North America facility will be 0.00. Also for the Asia Pacific, it's good to be 0.00. And I've already explained why you should use 0.00, because they have no any returns for the investment. We also have the fringe benefits per year, and at the moment there's also no need to issue any, or maybe to give out any incentive, because the incentive and the benefits have no return on investments. It will just be a waste of money in our company. Next, we have the best practices training, and it's quite advisable for the best practices training to issue for the two markets that open. So per worker we can give it 4,750, and per worker for the Asian Pacific facility can give it 4,500. You can give it 4,500 per worker. Remember, these two are not yet open, the Europe, Africa, and the Latin America. So we are only using the two facilities that are open, which are the North America and the Asian Pacific facility. Down here we have the supervisory staff, and this is simply the ratio of production of workers to supervisors. And it's quite good to use 40 for all of them, so it will be 40 for the two. We shall just maintain it like that, meaning it will be 40 to 1. So the ratio of production workers to supervisors, it will be 40 to 1. And then we have the prior year supervisory compensation that's down here, and you can see it. And then we have the supervisory compensation, which is now the percentage change, and for it you can just give it 1% for all of them, for the two. Then yeah, that's it. So the minimum salary is 60,600, and if you give it a percentage change of 1, it will remain the same of 60,600. Down here you can see maybe the projected workforce productivity for our facilities, or maybe the number of workers employed, and also here the cost of labor associated production down here. On the other side, you have the projected performance, and here it's quite good because now you'll see maybe the projected performance, and when making your decisions for the compensation and training, it's good also to see what you have on the projected performance. So once you're done with the compensation and training, it's good to save your decisions before you move to the next department. And that's it for this round, or maybe for this video. We are only going to talk about the compensation and training part. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. Thank you.